Hello, hello, hello. Thank you for tuning in to another episode of Hurt, Heal, Become podcast. I'm your host, Monique Loraye, and you can meet me here every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday at 12 p.m. Central Standard Time. Listen. There's a difference between the story and the truth. Come on. There's the truth, and then there's the story. Right? There's the truth of what's happening, but then there's the story you tell yourself about what's happening. And see, the story is based on your perspective. The story is based on your lenses, your special pair of eyes. Do you understand? The story is based on your experiences. The story is based on what you've already been through. The story is based on how he used to treat you. The story is based on how mama and daddy treated you. The story is so the story is not always necessarily the truth. Do you hear me? See, the truth is God says that you are the apple of his eye, that you are fearfully and wonderfully made, that you are valuable and worthy just as you are, right? That's the truth. But the story is somebody told you that you wasn't worthy unless you had a title or a status or a certain tax bracket. The story is somebody made you feel less than and unworthy because they kept cheating on you. The story is, come on. And so I need you to recognize, for real, is this the truth or is this just a story I'm telling myself because of what I've been through? See, the story is, man, he used to do this to me. He did that to me. He hurt me. He betrayed me. He resented me. I resent him. He made me look stupid. He rejected me. He abandoned me. This can be your man. This can be your ex. This can be your father. Do you understand? And then here comes the new man. Do you hear me? Here comes a new man in your life. And he may do something that the last man did. But that doesn't make the truth that, oh, he's just like the last man. And that's why you hear so many people say, oh, all men are the same. All men are dogs. We don't have, the dating pool out here is slim to none. We don't have any more good men. That's the story that we've told ourselves, but that's not the truth. There are some great men that God is raising up. There are some great men that God is still maturing. There are some great men that are still growing, just like you. See, when we have those one-track minds or those one perception statements like there's no more good men, all men are the same, that's based on what you've been through. That's the story you have told yourself, but that's far from the truth. Do you hear me? Do you not think that God is working on you, working on your mind, and he's not doing the same for a man? Oh, you got to be kidding me. You better trust and believe. As much as God is preparing you, he's preparing a man too, whether he's preparing him for you or not. But there are still good men. And so you need to really reflect on, what is the story I'm telling myself? Is the story I'm never going to be successful? I'm never going to be the ideal weight. I'm never going to be healthy. I'm never going to get married. I'm never going to grow my hair long. I'm never going to be a better parent. I'm never going to overcome this statistic. Is that the story just based on what you've been through, or is that the truth? Remember the last episode, you are 100%, 1,000% capable of all you desire to accomplish in your life. That's the truth. The story is based on what you've already been through. And so right now, I want to tell you this. You have the power to rewrite the story so that it aligns more with the truth. It aligns more with the truth that God said about you, that you are fearfully and wonderfully made. It aligns with the truth that God said that you are valuable and worthy just as you are. It aligns with the truth what God said, you got to love your neighbors just as you love yourself. But the catch to that is you got to learn how to love yourself. Another reason why we can't love our neighbors is because we really don't love ourselves. We have this story about ourselves, so we make up stories about our neighbors. Do you hear me? We make up stories about one thing somebody does. Oh, I'm going to cut this person off. Oh, I'm cutting this person off. Oh, this person didn't acknowledge my post. Oh, my friend didn't post happy birthday to me. Oh, my friend didn't do this. Oh, my man, he didn't buy me this. Oh, my man. Come on. But what is the truth? Why didn't they post? Did you check in with them to see, were they busy? Was there something going on in their lives? Are they going through anything? Does he even have the money in his bank account? Do you hear me? So I need you to recognize, what is the story you telling yourself and what is the truth? And if the story you telling yourself always got you cutting people off, if the story you telling yourself always got you isolated, if the story you're telling yourself always got you in the same repeated cycle, you need to rewrite the story, sis. It's time to rewrite the story. It's time to take inventory of your own story. Here it is. This just came to me. Write the story down that you have told yourself. The actual story. This ain't gonna work if you can't be truthful. Come on. Now listen, the only way to heal is to reveal. So write down the real story you're telling yourself. Right now, if the story you're telling yourself is all men are dogs, all men cheat, there's no more good men out here in the world. I don't like girlfriends because they all backstab me. They all gossip. Write this story down. If the story is, I'll never make more money than this. If the story is, I'll always work in this occupation or this industry. The story is, I don't feel worthy because all men just use me for sex. If that's the story, write it down. Write that story down today. Date your story. And then be intentional on changing your story. Revisit the story you have written down today and then get intentional on changing your story one sentence at a time. Do you understand? This is the work that you have to do to heal, sis. This is the work that you have to do in your mind. Personal development. Remember what I said about the brain. The brain only knows what it knows. And if all it knows is this story, you've told it for 25 years for the women and 29 years for the men. If that's the only story it knows, then guess what? The battle is not with you or anybody else. The battle is within you. And you got the power to change your story. So one sentence at a time, rewrite your story. By any means necessary, rewrite your story. Go and place yourself in different environments. Go and have conversations with different types of people. Go and listen to different type of speakers. Go and listen to different podcasts. Go and introduce yourself to different type of men. Go sit in the vicinity where other type of men be. Maybe it's the type of man that you are attracted to. I don't know. But do something different so that you can put yourself in an environment to change your story. One sentence at a time. You don't have to change it all at once. Come on. Don't overwhelm yourself. For real. Seriously. Don't overwhelm yourself. You don't have to change it all the time. You don't have to change it all the time. All at one time. Do not overwhelm yourself, sis. Don't do it. Don't do it. I love you. Remember here, we will hurt. We will heal. And we will become all that God has created for us to be. What's the truth? And what's your story? I love you. Talk to you soon. Bye.